Hey y'all, I just wanted to take a moment and say that if you are a new gardener, there are many things that will hurt your feelings and discourage you from continuing your gardening journey. Understand, guys, that there is only so much that you can do. You are not in control. This is still God's earth and it's God's plan, and sometimes you're going to have some disappointments. All that being said, just to let you know that I have had the absolute worst sweet potato harvest that I have ever had in all of my years of gardening, and I've been doing this for a little over 20 years. Um, this year, I wanted to be overly ambitious because I was adding some new beds and some new green stalks, and I wanted to make sure that all of my soil was covered. So I used sweet potatoes and cowpeas as my cover crops. Unfortunately, I am now having to pull most of my sweet potatoes before they are done. Now, we have gotten some sweet potatoes and they have been good. In fact, tonight we're going to be eating a few that are in my hand. Um, but they're not sizing up. We're talking 110, 120 or more days so far that my sweet potatoes have been in. I am getting small potatoes, not much bigger than carrots, which is disappointing because when you're growing sweet potatoes, you want sweet potatoes. But the good part about that is that even though they are not the size that I was expecting, they are still edible and we are still going to enjoy them. I'm going to show you the few that we're going to be eating tonight with dinner, and then I'll get off my rant. So here they are, and tonight I'm choosing these are Purple Majesty sweet potatoes. This one isn't too bad. I mean, it's small. It did not size up the way that I really wanted it to, but it's still not a bad size. Most of my sweet potatoes are coming out more like this, and I just don't have the time to give them. If I do wait any longer, then I won't be able to get my fall crops in before our cold weather comes in. Cold weather here is pretty unpredictable. We do cool down towards the end of October. Sometimes we get a little bit lucky and it cools down a little bit sooner, but usually it's towards the end of October. That means all of my cold weather crops that we never really get enough cold for have to be in their positions before the end of October in order to size up enough that I'll actually get a good harvest before our spring heat comes back. When that spring heat comes back, all bets are off, guys. If your cabbages haven't started to head, if your broccolis haven't started to put on a nice head, or your cauliflowers, your Brussels sprouts, those things, you're not getting a harvest. And I don't want to be in that position again this year. That was the problem I had last year. Not because I didn't get things in the ground soon enough, but because of environmental issues and the rats who decided to continue eating everything that I tried to plant. And then the heat came in. Once I finally dealt with that rat issue and I was able to get my brassicas replanted, I ended up only really getting collards and kale. I didn't get any of my turnips. I didn't get any of my rutabagas. I don't eat them anyway, but I was growing them for my mom. I didn't get any of those things because it got so hot and those things bolted. So this is where I am. I'm pulling sweet potatoes early. I've got a few more that I'm still trying to leave in that I don't really need those spaces right this second, but they all have to come out, guys. If this is a position that you're in as a new gardener, don't kill yourself about it. You can't control it. Just go ahead and cut your losses, harvest what you can, enjoy what you harvest, and try to plan a little bit better for the following year. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.